Hello and welcome to the pond, the strange corner of YouTube, where we do reviews, deep dives, analyze Disney villains, and highlight cows. She's unstuck. Doing okay? Yeah. And I am the Bullfrog, and the guy not behind the camera is the Newt.
Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers.
So if you have anyone to blame for editing and camera work, it is 100% my fault. And around this time of year, we like to celebrate the birth of the channel. Yeah, I know on YouTube it says we were established around at mid-December, but reality is this. The Newt came in on this month. And with the Newt's help, this channel really became a channel.
You have nice manners.
So everything editing-wise, all that such, began with him. He is responsible.
Excellent.
And all of you made things better. Aww. Face it. I'm nothing without the Newt and our subscribers and the people who pass by on the internet.
Yes.
And so on this, we like to celebrate. Well, I can't celebrate the Newt like last year. So, like last year, I decided to watch an Indian movie. But unlike last year, I had a recommendation list and I chose Karasari, the movie that blew my mind. And later on this year, we are going to see if it is a 7 out of 7. But until that time comes, I turned on Netflix and discovered this. I'm going to botch everyone's name, so please forgive me. The movie is about Rama.
Oh no, he's hot!
The story is he has been estranged from his mother for 15 years, and his mom is about to go into politics. So his grandfather on his mother's side has papers that are written in a way where the main character, Rama, is disowning his mom, when really it's his mom disowning him.
Damn!
And this is about to get into her and her election. So things are tense with our main character, Rama.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Rama is like a fiery chili pepper. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. And that's what he's doing. He's bringing the heat. This movie is about this feud. How he is like, why are you doing this to me? Why did you abandon me? And why is it right now you want to remove me from everything about your life? Why? That is his big question. Why? And what do we get an answer is from his grandpa. Sign the papers. Sign the papers. Get away from me and my family name. Interesting. And it's gone to the point where his grandfather's assistant gets his daughter and her bodyguard to seduce and woo Rama to the point that he will gladly sign these papers.
I must go away somewhere and figure this thing out.
Yeah, this sounds a little bit like a soap opera, does it? And the movie kind of acknowledges, look, we're kind of a soap opera right now, but we are going to be blunt with it in the levels of comedy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
The acting has to be a little over the top, and everyone's fulfilling this role. Dramatic, tortured. Why are you doing this to me? It's silly. That's what it's doing. But I'm going to say is this. It is well casted for the actress who plays the mother. This antagonistic role. And it's, of course, my girl from Bahubali 1 and 2. I loved her role in those movies. She communicates power, stoic. She is amazing. She's the levels of Charles Dance from Game of Thrones.
Gregor will head out with 500 riders and set a riverland on fire from God's Eye to the Red Fork.
And she has been typecast to be that in this movie. And I am proud of it. If anyone can communicate power, it's her. I haven't seen enough Indian movies to have bigger opinion for certain actors. But she is really on the list of actors that just stole my heart. And she is good in this movie, but she didn't steal the movie for me here. That's not on her. There's no way I'm going to try to pronounce these actors' names because I don't want to botch or bring dishonor, because I don't want to do that. And this actor did good. He has to play a father figure role and a comedic role. And he does well with it. Out of everyone, I found him the most charming. He was fun, he was hilarious, and he did comedy well, and he had the great reactions well. A spot in the movie where there's this action scene going on, and he has to go, "Shut up, you're trying to kill the main character, but I have to talk it out to him because he's being a moron," in the middle of an action scene, and he did it well. It's believable that he's being stern, but also he did it in the realms of comedy that just tickled my heart. He did good. And another standout role from the movie is this character. This is the father of Ranma. He's got out of prison, and the moments we see him, he feels secluded. We don't know what's going on. It's not the levels of mystery or curiosity. It was just there. But that's the thing with people who are lonely and trying to communicate. I'm not going to be here, but yet I need to show off when I need to. They're just there. It's a weird way of how to highlight loneliness in this communication. And I feel like that was what the director and this actor was trying to do. I am here when I'm going to be, but I don't want to be involved as much. But when you give me a character moment and you get to highlight my role, that's when I'm going to shine and communicate more. They did that with his role, and they did it really well. This is a hard level of loneliness to communicate, and I think they did that well, and he did it well. So out of all the actors, these three were the highlights. How come you're not doing the antagonist? He was a good jerk. He did really well. He did, but I feel like he could have been better. I like musicals, okay? And I am a fan of song and dance. In this movie, I call it a music video. It treats those kind of like it's action scenes. We're doing this to keep your attention because we know this things could go slow. So we're going to add these in certain spots so that way you could feel like you're being entertained. And it feels like that. Parts of the music and action flow good with the story. Sometimes. The action leans more better with the story. But right now we're talking the music videos, and they seem a little forced.
My library, song 15.
Sometimes it feels natural. It's obvious what it's building up to, and it does it. And I can go, okay, it's obvious, but it's not bad. But there's a ton, and I mean a ton, where the music video feature of this movie is really blunt with where it's gonna be and how it happens. And there's a point where they just go, I think after this big moment, we deserve a party. Let's sing and dance. And they do it.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm too sexy for this look. We're just sexy.
That is obvious what they're trying to do. And that one, I think, is the best of them all. So the most blunt part of doing the music video is the best music video of the movie. And I love it. I love the colors, I love synchronization, the rhythm and the beat of the music and how fun it is. It had me dancing in the seat because I was feeling it. It had my vibe. And this music video, like most of the music videos of this movie, kind of highlights with Indian music, you can't listen to Indian music. You have to watch it.
Agreed.
The dancing, the colors, the camera, everything about it just does it better than your ears. They do it perfectly.
You have nice manners.
And I look at this in envy. The last time Hollywood, or any movie in particular that was doing a musical, ever achieved this was Greatest Showman. And that came out when? We suck.
Agreed.
America, you do not know what you're missing. This is levels of fun, amazement, put together well. And this movie just, I just love it so much. Kamara Smile Award, let's put it up there. As much as I am gushing over the music and how they did well, let's talk about the action scenes. I thought that they flowed better than the music videos. Kind of talked about it earlier, but it's true. They flow more easier and they were really well done. They're nowhere to the levels of Jackie Chan or Fall Guy. And they were not bad. The first part of the movie, the stunt work and the fighting was, I'm going to say basic, not too much, but yet just right. But the second half of the movie, the action got more intense. And you could feel it a little bit more, and it does do it well. But I feel like it could have been a little better, but yet they're trying to uphold the soap opera ridiculousness of Guntur Kaaram. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. So they can't do the action to the realms of a stunt work. It had to be more the realms of a soap opera fight scene.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It could have just been more. So how would I rate Guntur Kaaram? On a scale of 1 out of 7, I'd give it a 4. It's just halfway there.
Some guys would look at this glass and they would say, that glass is half empty. Other guys would say, that glass is half full.
The bottle is half full, in my opinion. I enjoyed what we got here. And later on this year, we are going to see if Kerasari and Sadar Udam are 7s. They require a lot more rewatching, and can they achieve the perfect number? But until that time comes, this is the Bullfrog signing out. And what do you think of the new mug?
Opa!